Have you got someone on your mind? Come sit by me. My name is Kristen, and I'm here to help you tap into your own inner knowing and intuition on this situation with another that we are attracted to. All right, welcome to the channel. This is In the Good. We're gonna grab some cards on your energy, their energy, and your combined energy. Okay, so for you, Five of Wands. So it feels like conflict is constantly coming up. This is more like small little detail, irritation, petty kind of conflicts. You feel like there's chemistry here that someone's not working with you on the chemistry that you have. Like there's fire here, there's passion. It feels like it's like you're tapping into somebody else's, what they're going through in life. Let's see what's on their side and what's on their side. So what's on their side is the Page of Swords in reverse. So this is complete lack of communication. So this is causing you to overanalyze things in your mind, but you're feeling it in the body. It's almost like you've stopped trying to figure it out or analyze it actually, but you're just feeling in the body, you're feeling the conflict of why there's lack of communication. This person's not communicating any of their ideas. And it's just whatever does come in, it's very little. Perhaps what they do communicate with you is what's going on in their life, and perhaps there's a lot of conflicts going on in their life. And some of you are feeling those conflicts. So what I would say is to disconnect yourself from their conflicts. It has nothing to do with you. Combined energy is the King of Wands in reverse. So this person is being very stubborn. This is someone who is very creative, a natural leader. They are very passionate about what they do. They're very good at what they do. They're a very successful person. But perhaps with this combined energy, it's just they're not becoming somebody of standing in your life with this combination of cards. So let's keep going a little bit deeper. King of Swords. Okay, so King of Swords. In the past, there has been a lot of really profound truths between the two of you. There has been excellent communication, which is why this feels so conflicted right now. This is why it's so uncomfortable, because in the past, and what your knowledge of them has been, is that they're extremely intelligent, like I said, very, very successful. And they are, when they do communicate, they're excellent at communicating. And I think that they have been there for you and really listened to you. It feels like though the wires are crossed. The wires are crossed. And this looks to me, see how these wires are disconnected? This is disconnecting from what was in the past with this person. And they can also be very close to their breast with their emotions, not always very forward or wanting to be emotional. Perhaps when you're together, there's a lot of like get up and go. There's a lot of chemistry. There's a lot of accepting of each other and who you really are. The Lovers fell out. So there is this bond, and that's why there's this conflict, because there's this bond, emotional, physical, spiritual bond with somebody that doesn't seem to be communicating with you because they're being stubborn and holding their emotions close to their breast, probably because of whatever inner conflicts are going on with their life that they don't really want to discuss. It's almost like they might say they don't want to burden you with it. And perhaps you've told them, I don't mind being burdened. I want to be in connection with you. I want to be there with you in all the phases of your life, in every aspect of who you are. I don't mind being in this place. Perhaps with this card being on their side, they could have some people in their life that are really not communicating with them in work or family. Perhaps somebody's being harsh with them, or there's someone in their life that they want to communicate with and work things out with so they can move forward, and they're not getting any communication in. So it's like they don't feel like they can move forward with anything. But there's this really strong bond. What's this that fell out? The Hierophant. Almost like with these two cards here, if you're feeling like there is this great potential for something that could really be a really good situation for the both of you romantically, where you're both moving forward into the kind of relationship that you each want to have. Like you figured out through past experiences, this is what I need, this is what I want, this is what I desire. I have decided what structures have worked for me and what I want to throw out. So perhaps this is also looking at societal structures around relationship and what it should be. For example, I want to be in partnership with someone for the rest of my life, but I don't necessarily want to get married, but I want to have a partner. That's a really good example of something. Like maybe somebody has decided something like that. Like there's this real opportunity for a connection that could really stand the test of time if it were to move forward. There's something lit up about it. And there is a way forward here with this light coming up and out. It's like there's a place of sitting with joy, but I think it's you sitting with yourself and deciding what you want to put up with at the moment. Because you don't want to feel like this anymore. You don't want to feel like this is like fighting the different parts of yourself. It's like whatever is happening in this particular relationship, you're taking it back to other relationships and maybe other dissatisfactions in your life around wanting relationship and not being able to really get that kind of commitment that you're looking for, that partnership that you're looking for. And it's affecting how you're feeling about different groups of people in your life. Maybe if you're irritated about this, you're having trouble concentrating at work for some of you. It's making you feel generally dissatisfied, but not like in a really oversweeping, overwhelming, like I'm depressed, can't get out of bed kind of way. It's like this little kind of tug in the gut, a little thing in the heart that's like, I'm very dissatisfied. So what's coming up in the next couple of weeks with this? What's coming up in the next few weeks with this? Five of Pentacles. Well, continuing to feel, left out of being in communication with this person. With this card and the Five of Pentacles always being like there's a place to go, right? That would make you feel better. I want to say, and with the key and the lock, there's a couple of things here. This could be reaching out to other people and exploring other attractions that you have with other people. And it doesn't even have to be like you think you're going to get serious with this person. But I think for a lot of you watching this, there are other people to sort of practice your sensual self with. There's people to go and flirt with and hang out with, and to give yourself that experience and not really sit around being concerned about someone that's not connecting with you, that's not sharing what's going on in their life with you. This person is also, they feel like their fire has gone out. It's like the fire in their belly has sort of gone out, or it's gotten really small, and that's, they can't like stoke their own fire. They're feeling that, and perhaps they're sitting with themselves. And they need this time to work through what they work through in their process. They're with the Crow. And with the Owl, they could be taking the time to sit with their own inner wisdom so I'm hearing the word timeline jumping. So it's like for them, do they keep jumping back to the old timelines around relationships and what they've been through? Perhaps, again, there's something they're wrapping up in their life that they haven't quite wrapped up yet for some of you. But this card to me is also someone that's really sitting and figuring out. They're using their brain. They're connecting with their intelligence very quietly, in a quiet, contemplative place as well. And maybe that's why they really don't feel like talking. They're definitely working through some old inner conflicts around how their life is right now and what relationship means for them and what kind of relationship they want. Three of Wands, what are you looking forward to? You know, what it's like you want to take the surfboard and get out there and ride the wave. You've got your fire stoked. And perhaps an experience with this person that we're talking about here actually stoked your fire. And that's part of what this conflict is, because you're like, okay, I've got this fire here. Like, you got my fire going and now I want to burn and I can't. I want to keep going. I want to keep exploring. But you've got this person here that feels they're burnt out. They could be, feeling into their mind, right? Looking at the options, looking at what is reasonable and in reality around their options, but also feeling into those options at the same time before they move forward in any kind of relationship. But that shouldn't stop you from getting out there into the ocean of emotion, and swimming around and exploring and catching some waves. I never like these readings to be about, should I never see them again, or should I wait for them, or anything. It's just sort of like divine intelligence. As long as there aren't any big red flags, or there's anything horribly abusive, there's nothing wrong with leaving like I like to say, a window unlocked, even if it's not opened. But that shouldn't stop you from keeping the fire burning in your gut, especially if you've been in a place where you really wanted to get back into relationship. You feel ready for relationship. And perhaps there was this, you really thought that this particular thing was going to move forward. And for whatever reason, it's just sort of swirling around. It's like in the portal of possibility. And although this person is perhaps jumping back in a timeline and not able to move forward, you are jumping into a timeline where there's more possibility and you can have more fun. With the Sun, of course, this is enlightenment. This is the light coming in and shining through. This is you allowing yourself to feel good about yourself regardless of what's happening with this other energy, with this other person. This is you nurturing yourself. This is yourself giving yourself love and acceptance. This is you letting yourself be seen in your full glory by you, by letting your life shine. And it's not about whether this person, you end up spending time with this person again or somebody else. This is about you recognizing that I have learned a lot about myself. I've been through things. I am in my full glory, and I am connected with the energy of the sun. I am connected with this, grandfather son energy. I am connected and feeding the masculine and feminine part of myself. I'm allowing myself to be nurtured by those around me that are able to sit with me and that I am in alignment with. For some of you, going out with friends is going to help you meet people that you can just have fun with, flirt with, date with, explore with. For some of you, you're going to be going on a work trip. You're going to be traveling, and either you meet someone on a plane, at the airport, at the hotel bar. Maybe it's somebody who works in a different city for the same company. Some of you are just going to have a little love affair with someone that you meet traveling for work. There's someone, for some of you, that there's always been a little bit of a flirtation, and for whatever reason, nothing's ever happened with it. This is the time where you're really going to allow yourself to enjoy it, because you understand what safety feels like in the body when it comes to sharing yourself on that intimate level. And if you can have an experience that's going to stoke your fire, make you want to move forward and make you want to get out and play. This is being one with the forces of the ocean. This is that very feminine spirit that's very connected to, I feel like, the center, the heart of the earth. My friends who surf tell me that it's to be one with the water is so freeing, and you're completely surrendering. It's like you're not in resistance with the flow of life. You are working with the flow of life regardless of what comes up, because we never know like what kind of wave is going to come in, or how strong it's going to be, or where it might want to move us. But this is being able to feel liberated and surrendered, and feeling safe enough with knowing that you can make the right choices for yourself, that you can just be one. You can be one with the forces around you. You can connect deeply to your higher self on a level you've never had before. So just for the heck of it, let's get a little tiny bit on the next couple of weeks, like what could potentially happen with this other energy, regardless of whoever you decide to hang out with, and what you decide to do. Maybe by the time this person comes around, there's somebody else. Maybe you decide you're gonna date more than one person. This person's been frustrating, but they haven't hurt you, and you have fun with them, and there is a bond. Maybe you'll go out with them, but you're gonna go out with these other people as well. So what's up with this other person over the next few weeks? Just in the near future, the next few weeks. So the Emperor in reverse is there's going to be a relaxing of the stubbornness. Let me get a little bit more on this. This is somebody who definitely feels very burnt out and tired, and perhaps it's brought them to a place of surrender where they feel like, why do I keep burdening myself by trying to overanalyze, by trying to figure things out, by trying to be everything for everybody, by trying to control everything. They're going to realize they can't control everything. And they can't control, this could be somebody that maybe is commitment shy, and they're trying to control how a relationship is going so that it moves slower, and they're just going to realize that they either need to let it be or let it go. Nine of Swords, they're going to continue to be in a place where they're keeping themselves captive, again, by overanalyzing and not wanting to, they want to stay in control, and they don't want to necessarily talk about everything that's going on in their life. So if you're someone that's like, hey, I'm here if you want to talk, maybe you've got that kind of relationship with them where you've known each other long enough and you have enough of a connection and you've talked to each other intimately or about each other's stuff, and you're, hey, you can just call and talk. Like, they don't necessarily want to call and talk. They want to kind of just stay where they are because they're trying to balance. And there's a certain timing to this connection that they don't have control over, that you don't have control over. That's why I'm saying it could be great just to explore some other things, or, just take time for yourself if you're not up for any of those things that I talked about a few minutes ago. Getting more involved with a personal project. I feel like some of you have a personal project or a creative project or some other kind of thing that you feel very, very emotionally attached to that could use this time and space. And this energy that you give towards relationship and love, it's energy, it's creative energy, and it can be refocused on something for yourself or just something else. And it's still there. It's not going anywhere. It's not wasted. With the Justice and the Seven of Cups, it's reevaluating contracts. So whether it's spiritual contracts, people releasing themselves from bonds or toxic connections, looking at where toxic connections have landed in their lives. Some people, there could be literally something legal. It could be separations, divorces, figuring out things about properties, figuring how to divide businesses, figuring out, it's those kind of logistical, if not legal, logistical things. This could be something that they're working out with their business, but it's a huge reevaluation of what do I want to pick moving forward so that I can create a little bit more space for what I want, for what they want. And the last one, with the High Priestess, like, you know what this connection is and you're not wrong. If you feel gaslit in some way, if it feels like because this person hasn't been emotionally sharing things or they haven't been communicating, and maybe they didn't like me as much as I thought, or maybe the relationship wasn't as deep as I thought. Yes, it was. Everything that you felt is absolutely true. And it's absolutely not personal at all. So trust yourself, trust your gut. You know what this was about. And if someone's not ready for it, they're not ready. And we're just going to sit and we're going to look towards the sun. We're going to play. We're going to stoke our own fires. And that's when love will really come in, when we're least expecting it. And we're focused and refocused on what's important to us and what makes us feel passionate. And when we're not trying so hard or thinking about it so much, whether it's this person or someone else, or both, and then you get to decide. So that's it. Thank you so much for being here. Please give this a thumbs up. It would mean the world to me. It's a great way to support the channel. I'm new here on YouTube and I would appreciate the support. And if you want to have more of these chats, I hope that you will join the channel. I would absolutely love to connect with you more. Be well, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.